You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. On today's show, I'm testing out a few new things, as you might notice right now. In addition, I have 3 big positive updates and topics of discussion for today's podcast, all things relating to stream improvements, upcoming content, and great new announcements. So I hope that you guys are pumped and excited. This will be the 7th straight stream. If we can keep the momentum going and keeping the hype alive, of course, it's my only stream for the day, and we'll talk a little bit about that too. So, all this and more on today's very exciting episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Alrighty. Happy Monday, everyone. It indeed is August 19th, 2024. I'm DSP, and I welcome you here to the show. Now, obviously, before we even begin, if you can see, I'm doing something a little different with my backdrop today. I'm testing different modes with my LED lighting, and I'm curious, is this too distracting for you guys, having it do a gradient like this? Okay, I'm just curious, what do you think? Because I have the ability to do some different things rather than just one solid color. And if this is distracting, we could change it up. There's actually 2 different modes with the lighting that I wanted to test out today. We have the gradient that's going on right now, which obviously picks up really well now with my new backdrop, right? Like with this background, you get to see that color popping. It is really, really nice, correct? But I have another mode as well. Let me show you the other mode because I'm curious which one you guys want today. So this mode is kind of almost like a fade in and out mode. And this one will alternate between 3 different colors. It goes from red to green to blue, as you can see. And so I'm wondering, you know, what would be the best one? What do you guys like, right? Do you like this one with the pulsating colors, or do you prefer the gradients, right? I would like to hear what you guys think. This one with the pulsating only does 3 colors, red RGB. The other one will give you way more colors, okay? So what do you think? By the way, we have some member bombs dropping, and I hate to say it, I don't know if they're legit or not. It's from someone named Kino Casino for Prez. They literally just dropped 250 member bombs, and if you're wondering why am I not rejoicing, it's because, sadly, they could be fake. And I don't actually think there's a way to tell in YouTube if member bombs are real or fake. So if they're real, thank you, but this is an account that was made this morning, and it has me from the mid-2000s as its profile pic. So, I don't know. It sounds pretty fake to me. If it's a brand new account, it's probably some kind of a burner account that was just made this morning. If you're getting a gifted membership, congratulations. All right. But I can't verify if these are real or not right now. I'll say this. If another bomb drops, it's fake. Because there's no way that someone's going to drop 100 gifted memberships like that are legit, and then drop another one. So if a third one comes in, you know it's fake, and I'll probably just ban the person. But I hope that they're real, and, you know, enjoy these gifted memberships, people who are getting them, okay? You're going to get access to all my emotes and everything, which is cool. And plus, no slow-mo, okay? Okay, and by the way, I've changed the format of the show as of yesterday. Any contributions that come in, I shout out right away now, okay? So anyone who contributes today in any way, you're going to get a shout out immediately as it comes in. I used to not do that. I used to just hold off and wait till the end of the show. But a lot of people have expressed, you know, desire to say, nah, you know, we want that interaction right away because we might not even be able to stick around. What if we can only come by, you know, contribute and I got to get out of here? You know, you're running an hour and a half long show. So fair enough. Yesterday I changed the formula and it seemed to work really well. So anyone today, if you contribute, I'll give you a shout out right away. You know the drill. King's Tax today. I'm hoping to reach 50 bucks, but here's the deal. This is my only stream for today. I'm doing this podcast and then I'm playing Street Fighter 6, and that's all I can do today. Why? Because later tonight, when I normally would be doing my late night stream, I have to be filming private patron videos. I have patrons who have purchased private react videos from me. And so tonight I have to sit down and work on those, okay? So, yeah, cannot be here for a late stream tonight, but this stream will be a good one. We got the Level 1 podcast, followed by Street Fighter 6, where I'm going to hit Master with my E-Honda. It's inevitable. It's just how soon it happens is the question. And then once he hits Master, do I want to continue to play with Honda in the Master ranks, or do I want to switch characters? I would say I'll either switch to either Dalzim or M. Bison for the rest of the stream, okay? So... yeah, good stuff. And I hope that you guys will stick around and support the stream. Please, if you could fill the King's coffers this morning, that would be great. Remember now, this is now the 7th stream in a row. 6 streams. We have not only hit the goals, but exceeded them on every stream that I have done. 6 in a row. Can we keep that going? Can we keep that positivity and momentum and support for my content going? If so, number one, that would be amazing. The resurgence and renaissance of DSP will continue. But number two, as a side effect, it would absolutely make all of my haters cry. It's funny because I actually heard 2 things. I heard apparently a couple of my actual detractors quit. I don't know who they are because I don't follow them. But someone actually contacted me. They're like, yeah, just so you know, it's not your big ones, but some of your lesser haters have given up. They see this positivity you're getting now and the fact that you're going to be involved with all this content with other people, and they can't take it anymore. They're just like, nah, I'm not going to bother bothering Phil anymore. So I don't know who it is, but that's what I was told, that a couple people have already kind of just gave up. And they're like, well, moving on, forget this shit. We lost, right? The other thing I heard is that Doody, yes, Doody is very desperate. He's basically going right back to his old tropes about, oh, Phil gets all of your personal information if you send him a tip on PayPal, and he can dox you at any time, and he's a liar. And this guy is so fucking unhinged. This guy is a nut job, okay? I've already explained a million times how all this works. He's now rehashing the same arguments because he has nothing to say. He's a loser. He's a fucking life loser, sitting there wasting his fucking time at his PC. No one cares about him, or else they would have pulled him away from that PC a long time ago. It's a sad case. It's a sad state, right? What a pathetic guy. Seriously. But, yeah, so it's funny because, again, for me, I want you to support my content because you like it. You've been coming here for the last week or 2 weeks. You've been enjoying the improvements, right? You've been seeing the positivity, the energy that we have every day. That's why I want you to support my content. But absolutely, as a side effect, these guys who've been crapping on me for a decade, complete fucking waste of life, are now getting it. They're now getting what they gave back in full force, and they can't take it. They're seething and freaking out about it. So let's keep that going today, all right? That would be absolutely amazing, okay? Where did the doxing claim come from? It's stupidity. People, because they're so dumb, they have to make shit up. Oh, don't you know that if you send someone money on PayPal, they completely get all of your information? What the fuck are you talking about? No, they don't get all of your information. What happens is, I get whatever information you put into PayPal and you made public. That's what I see. So, for example, in your PayPal account, whatever name you linked to it, that's what I'll see, right? If you even linked a name, because some people don't put a name in their PayPal account. And if that's the case, all I see is an email address. That's it. I'll see email address and your tip and the body, what you put in your message of your tip. I don't see your name. I don't see your address. I don't see any other information whatsoever. Now, there are some people who set up their PayPal accounts with all of that information public because they buy a lot of stuff, say, like on eBay. So they want it so that if they send a payment, automatically the person that they're paying something to on eBay sees their info and they can just mail the item. Obviously, if you're giving money to other things other than eBay, you don't want all your personal information public. And that's a simple thing you can set up to make it that it doesn't do that. But again, my detractors are so unhinged and so insane. They literally, oh yeah, every transaction you ever do on eBay, every transaction you ever do, any tip you ever send on PayPal completely doxes you to the internet. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Name one person who has ever tipped me, who then I doxed their information to the internet. You can't, because it never happened. Because I can't, because you're full of shit. These people are nuts, okay? So anyway. Yeah, it's just nonsense. But anyway, let's stick it to them today. Let's do a great stream for this one stream that I'm actually going to do. Let's stick it to them, right? And let's get it going. So, by the way, that person did reveal themselves to be a fake fake member gifter. So, basically, like, over 100 people just got gifted memberships. And it was a fake. Which means they're all Argentinian. That means I'm going to make 25 cents per member bomb, which is unfortunate. It's pretty shitty, but there's nothing I can really do about that, okay? But thank you to those who are supporting legit. For example, Perry the White just dumped a 10 legit member bomb on the community. That's a legit member bomb. So thank you, Perry the White, for supporting DSPGaming. And then I have a couple super chats and a tip to shout out. And then we're going to get to my topics for today, okay? Which are all positive, great topics. So we start off today with, is it? Shoebill Stork, who did a $2 super chat. Kings need to relax too. You work too hard, man. Well, I work as much as I do because I have to. All right? I have to. I've always said my ultimate end goal would be that if I ever grew enough or started to make enough money, I could only have to work 5 days a week instead of 6. Because then not only would I have one day to run all my errands and all the shit that I need to do off stream, I'd have another day to spend with my wife. But right now, that's just not possible. All right? Maybe in the future. I mean, let's be honest. This last week to 2 weeks, okay, things have been amazing. You guys are coming by. You're giving me way more attention than I've had in like 10 years. I'm getting increased views, way increased engagement, increased comments, increased revenue, obviously, on each stream. This is absolutely amazing. If this continues, like let's say this continues for several months, and it's not stopping and the momentum continues, that means maybe I could actually have more time off with my family. You know, that would be amazing. I mean, this is the start of something great. Let's see if we can keep it up. But, you know, I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, as they say. This could be fleeting. I don't know. Or I would like to think it's not. I would like to think this is something amazing, positive, that we're going to keep rolling with for a long time. But we'll find out, okay? So thank you guys so much. And then Senior Old did a $2 super chat and says, there are other things Duty should give up on too. Well, I don't know what those are. I don't know anything about Duty besides what people tell me. No exaggeration. Much like Tevin, I've never seen Duty do anything. Not once. I've never seen it. So, I don't know what he looks like. I don't know what he sounds like. I don't give two fucks either. You know, I just don't give a shit about my detractors. So, thank you, Senor Old. So, thank you, Perry the White, for the legit gifted memberships. And thank you, Senor Old, for the super chat. And Shoebill Stork for the super chat. Now, also, we have a tip. This is our first tip of the day. Oops, I misclicked. A $2 tip from Dan the Man. Thank you, Dan the Man, for getting the tipping started today with a $2 tip for the King's Coffers. Thank you, Dan. Cool. So, how about this? Let's get it started. First of all, thank you guys for starting the support. Let's try to hit that $50 goal by noon. Right now, it's 11:26 a.m. Let's try to hit the $50 goal by noon. Over half an hour to hit it, but let's hit it. This is my only stream for the day, guys. I can't do a late stream tonight, so please support it if you can. Get those coffers filled, right? Tax for the king. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Now, I have... Oh, what's up, Jade? Good morning. Good to see you, man. I have 3 very positive things to talk about this morning. Okay? 3. Oh, hold on. Just got a 20... Oh, my. I got a $12 super chat from BB Phil, who says, are more Kino Casino segments now eligible for your React channel that were previously forbidden? Maybe due to the positive collaboration or segments about, let's say, Boogie still banned. What do you mean? Are more Kino Casino segments now eligible for your React channel? Oh, I see what you're saying. Could you submit Kino Casino clips for me to react to on my React show? Yes. Yes, you can. And I can react. Yes. The answer is yes. But of course, I'm going to be selective, okay? I am. I'm going to be selective with what I react to. If it's something that I do deem way over the top offensive, I'm not going to do it. But yes, you may submit those. I get you now. Yes, the answer is yes. Thank you, BB Phil, for that super chat. And I just received a $20 tip from T, who says, dude, I watched you way back. Not $20 tip, excuse me. A $20 super chat from T. He says, dude, I watched you all the way back in your original Fallout 3 playthrough. I'm so happy to see you're still around. Absolutely crazy. I'm glad you got through so much drama and crap. I hope you keep going. Thank you to T for that very generous super chat. That is true. Piff says, remember, Kino Casino cleans up their clips for YouTube. So if you were going to submit something from Kino Casino for me to react to on DSP Reacts, you know, for my react show every week, go to the Kino Casino Clips channel. They have that stuff edited so that it's all okay for YouTube. Okay? That's what I would recommend. Okay. Okay, are we good now? And by the way, 672 says he's having issues accessing the stream. Are you guys having issues? We've got about the same attendance that I usually would have for a podcast. So I'm not sure, you know, where the issue is coming from. He's saying he can't even watch it on desktop, so he went to his phone and now it works. Why would it not work only on desktop? That sounds like a YouTube server issue, right? That sounds like YouTube side, they're having server issues today or something. So hopefully it's not a big problem, okay? Yeah. 672, get better internet. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. User error. He forgot how to access it. He forgot to use his PC. There you go. What's up, NB? He says, happy to see the support continue over the weekend, my liege. Indeed it did. I mean, like I said, 6 straight streams. I have hit and exceeded all of my goals, and it has made my detractors be so effing upset. It is a beautiful thing. That's why I want to keep that going with this only one stream that I'm doing today. Okay? So anyways, you guys can see, I'm doing a gradient. Well, not really a gradient. This is RGB fade, or I could do gradient, depending on what you guys like. I don't know. Do you like this? Again, do you like this better, fading in and out of RGB, or do you like this better? This is the pure gradient that goes between all the colors. Let me know, because I can do this from time to time. I won't do this all the time, but I can do this from time to time for variety. And since I'm doing that, actually, I have the RGB on my PC is doing a new setting. I think it's called like hexagons or something. And it's basically doing a variety of colors. It's going through the rainbow of colors. And I even have my joystick today is going through a rainbow of colors. It's going through like all the colors that it can do. So pretty crazy. I have all this RGB in my office now. I went from like the most low-tech, most bare bones, peach fuzz camera, basic crappy setup. Within 2 years, I've gone to the most crisp HD, amazing visual smorgasbord of a show that you could have. Like, it's crazy what a change, what a transformation this has been. But I love it. I'm having a great time with it, man. I really am. And I have an update on that as well, which I'm going to tell you. It's one of the 3 big things I want to tell you about this morning. Okay? I just received a $6.66 tip from Ugly Tuna Roll. So, man, this has been a while, but mate, you're reading out the tips when they come in is amazing. Cheers and have a lovely day. Thank you, Ugly Tuna Roll. Yes, I'm making changes. I'm making improvements. I'm listening to feedback. I'm trying to make it so that people like what they see and are more apt to want to support it. So there you go. Thank you, Ugly Tuna Roll, for a $6.66 tip. It's just going to be trickier for me to remember all my topics and everything, but I think I can handle it. Thank you so much. King's Tax at $8 and climbing. Like I said, let's hit $50 by noon. All right, let's hit $50 in the King's Tax by noon. I just received a $5 tip from Dumpy Koala. It says, thank you for the streams. You are welcome, Dumpy Koala. Thank you for the support, and thanks for watching. I appreciate that. Cool. I received a $1 tip. Someone says, to continue singing into the trolls, you should for one time bring back your Slim Darksea remix theme. As much as I would like to do that, because I really like that remix song. We used it for about a year. The reason I had to stop using it is because the trolls misidentified the song. All right, what they did is, I guess somehow, they impersonated, just listen to this. They impersonated the music studio that actually owns the real Slim Shady song. You know, hi, my name is what? My name is Chicka Chicka Slim Shady. Whoever owns that song, they impersonated them. They submitted a false copyright claim to YouTube in their name, and YouTube is so fucking dumb, they granted it. So they were going to take down all of my podcasts for a year to a year and a half that had that theme song, and I had to pull them all from YouTube. It's so bad. I'm not even kidding you. June the King contacted me about it. And he's like, what happened to a year of your podcast? Because I'm trying to get footage for my documentary, and they're missing. This is shitty. I was like, dude, yeah. And I told him. I was like, I had to delete a year of my content. And he goes, dude, this is fucked up. It's so stupid. It's such bullshit. He said, now, and he didn't want to do this. He says, now I got to try to go like to your detractors and other people to find clips of those shows. And he didn't intend to do that. And I'm like, I know. It's not your fault. And it's bullshit that these fuckers do this stuff to me. You know? That's what I mean. Think about how insane you have to be. I'm going to research who owns the rights to a song. I'm going to basically fake being them. Do false copyright claims, fool YouTube system, even though, number one, you don't own the song. You're not the company. And by the way, the song was a parody. The song was a parody. It wasn't even the real song. It was all different music and shit, but they didn't care. It's so dumb. So anyway, as much as I would like to bring back that theme for like a one-day only deal, I can't. I can't even play it at all. Okay? John Cool with the super chat this morning. Pocket watching detractors of a certain type of watch. There you go. The pocket watchers. Thank you, John Cool, for the super chat. Okay. As I said, as contributions come in this morning, I will shout them out as soon as they come in, or as soon as I see them. So thank you for that. Guys, we're at 54 likes. We have almost 400 viewers. We have 54 likes. Let's get to 100 likes right now. If you're here on the stream and you're enjoying yourself and you're ready to hear this news, 3 positive things I got to tell you, hit the like button right now on the stream. Let's get it to 100 likes, all right? Let's do it. I know we can do it. It's free. It's easy. Just click on like. Let's get that engagement going. Let's get this stream to the moon. The king decrees it. 100 likes. We're at 67 likes. Just like that. 67 likes and climbing. Let's do it. Let's hit the 100. 77 likes. 77 likes for the king. Come on, let's do it. Let's get it to 87 right now. Let's get to 87. Let's get to 100. Come on. 83. 83 likes. We can do it. I know you're enjoying the show. That's what you're here for. You're here every day having a good time, right? Me too. This has been a while. This week in particular, for whatever reason, I don't know. It's been amazing. 92 likes. Only 8 away from hitting that likes goal. Jade says, I see that you're happy and you're enjoying, you're happy for Street Fighter. Yeah, I know. Street Fighter days are fun. This is going to be a good day. We're going to easily hit Master with Honda. It's not even going to be a challenge. Seriously, we're going to hit Master, and then it's up to me to decide who else I want to use today. 99 likes. We are a single, well, who will be the 100th like? Click it right now. You will be the 100th like on the stream. 103 likes. We did it. 103 likes. Built that, Rich. All right. So let's continue, shall we? So yes. So thank you for that. Now let's hit that $50 in King's tax by noon. All right? By noon. We still got 24 minutes to do that. Okay. Let's get to the first topic. All right? Topic number 1. I have an update on Black Myth Wukong. Sadly, it's a little annoying, but it's still fine. I'll explain why. So as I've been telling you guys, as I've been telling you guys, Black Myth Wukong comes out tomorrow. You know, technically it comes out tonight. If I were doing a late stream tonight, I might have played it, but I'm not. So tomorrow, I'm playing Black Myth Wukong on my daytime stream, the premiere of the game. Over 3 hours of gameplay. My first major game ever I'm playing on the PC. I'm very excited for this, okay? I'm supposed to get it for free because this PC, when the viewer who gifted it to me bought it off of Amazon, it said it was the Black Myth Wukong Special Edition, meaning if you bought it, you were supposed to get the game for free. Okay? And basically, I'm like, okay, cool. And he said he was going to send me the code and everything. And here we are, you know, yesterday, I still don't have the code. And people are asking me, Phil, did you get the game? Did you preload the game? Are you ready? And I was like, no, I don't have it yet. I don't know what's going on. So I did email the person last night, and they did email me back this morning. And they said, you know, really sorry, they've been busy. That's why they haven't really been in contact. But no, like Amazon did not send them a code for Black Myth Wukong yet. And they don't actually know how they're supposed to get it. Like, they bought the computer got mailed to me, they've got a receipt or whatever, but nowhere in anything they have is a code for Black Myth Wukong. So I don't know actually how you're supposed to get it if you bought the computer, and they don't know either. So it kind of sucks. All right, but what I'm going to do is this. All right, I'm going to wait until tonight. Tonight I'm going to do no late stream. I'll be filming my private Patreon reacts. I'll wait for all that to finish. Okay, once I'm done filming it, I'm uploading them and all of that, right? Then I'm going to wait and I'm going to see, because they said if they get the code, they're going to send it to me right away. If by the end of tonight, when I'm finishing my work for the night, if I don't have the code, I'm just going to buy the game and I'm going to install it myself. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. Seriously, with the amount of support you guys have been giving me recently, it's just not a huge deal to have to buy the game. It sucks that I'm supposed to get it for free and I didn't, but I'll buy it, okay? It's fine. Now, if that happens, if I buy the game and I install it tonight, which I intend to do, pre-install and everything, if then the code shows up, I think I'll just give out the game live to the audience. I'll just read the code out and someone can get it, okay? So we'll see what happens. If I get the code in time, great, I'll install it. If not, if I get it late, I'll hold on to it and I'll give it out during the stream, okay? So we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. Maybe no code will come through and then we all got asked out, right? I guess it is what it is, okay? So there you go. So either way, I'll get it. I'm playing it tomorrow. So that's an update on Black Myth Wukong. But the good news is I'm playing it 1080p, but everything absolutely maxed. It'll be with ray tracing fully enabled all the way. Cinematic mode graphics, right? 120 hertz and 120 frames enabled. So it's going to be the absolute best 1080p version of Black Myth Wukong. You might say, well, why aren't you going to play it at like 4K? We did the benchmark test. It does run at 4K, but it had some screen tearing. And I don't want to say, because people are already like, oh, well, you can fix that. What you have to do, you have to go to this setting and tweak this. Then you have to go into your NVIDIA settings and you tweak this and you do this. I was like, no. I'm not going to sit here for fucking 10 years fucking with this thing. That's the whole reason I was apprehensive about PC gaming to begin with. I don't want to sit here fucking around with this shit for hours to tweak it to get it absolutely perfect. And then it's going to have frame drops and issues anyway. I'm going to play it the absolute best 1080p that we can get. All right? The thing is, you guys can't see better than 1080p quality anyway. It's going to look 1080p to you no matter what. All right? Me, oh no, I won't have as much detail. I personally don't care. And by the way, by playing it at the 120 hertz, not only am I going to have many more frames of animation, making it much easier to play, but also it's going to give me better response time. With a game like this, where you absolutely need great response time, because it's going to be a tricky action game, I want the best response time. So I'll sacrifice input delay, you know, all that shit. I don't want input delay to get 4K graphics. I'll just play it at 1080p. All right? So that's what we're doing tomorrow with Black Myth Wukong. Shout out to Funky Monk, who did a $2 super chat and says, that's what we like to hear. Thank you, Funky Monk. Although I'll admit, that's actually a $1.99 super chat. You did skimp on the penny. You could have done the solid $2, and you did not $1.99. A little weird, a little suspect, but thank you, Funky Monk. Thank you, Funky Monk. The super chat nonetheless. I appreciate that. But next time, toss in that extra penny for the king, all right? You know I'm just razzing you. Okay. Let's see here. I also received a $1 tip from another anonymous tipper. Shout out to the King of Live Streams. Oh, that's a good one. The King of Live Streams. We call me that. The King of Streaming, the King of Live Streams. I like that, actually. Do you think June should do a documentary on the side-scrollers? They really did you shitty on purpose. No, do you really what I think what needs to be done? I've said this before, I'll say it again. The camera needs to be turned away from people who are harassed on the internet and needs to be turned towards the harassers, right? Because I guarantee you that the detractor community that I have is far more embarrassing, entertaining, and more lolcowish, than anything I've ever done. I think it would be far more. There's going to be a 4-hour documentary on me within like a week, 2 weeks here by June the King. I guarantee you that if someone actually did a 4-hour documentary on all the demented weirdos who have crapped on me over the years or used me as a platform for personal gain, Rich, the side scrollers, etc., 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 I bet it would be a far more entertaining watch. And man, would I love to react to that one. Let me put it this way. If I did that, dude, I would bring in special guest after special guest to do the biggest, most collaborative group fucking felting ever done on the internet. I would reach out and try to get so many people to show up for that fucking thing just to crap on these motherfuckers. Okay? But it has to happen. I'm not making it. I don't have time for that shit. Someone has to make it. Okay? All right. Anyway. Oh, listen. June already knows my thoughts because NB just says, well, could you suggest that to June? June already knows my thoughts. While he was talking to me during my documentaries research, I expressed that to him. I said, you don't understand the gold mine that's sitting there that people have ignored, that it's not these people who are made fun of that's actually the interesting thing. It's the people who are making fun of them that are the weirdest fucking cases of, you know, broken lives and weird shit, degenerate fucking actions. Those are the ones that would be way more interesting to look at. Not me. What the fuck? Who am I? Seriously, you're going to watch this 4-hour documentary, and half of the stuff is going to be like, all right, I didn't know that about Phil, but it's not particularly that interesting. Because I don't really think there is stuff that's particularly that interesting, except for the very over-the-top, risque commentary I was doing when I was an early YouTuber. The stuff in the Street Fighter community is not even, you know, it's a different life, but that'll be fun to relive and explain and give context to. But seriously, the shit that everything else is going on, you know, I don't get it. I just don't understand it, you know, like, anyway. So, continuing on. So, announcement number 1, I didn't get Black Myth Wukong yet. If I get the code, I'll use it. If I don't get the code in time, I'm going to buy the game and install it myself tonight. And if I get the code then after, I'll give it away on stream tomorrow. Okay? So, that's number 1. Number 2 update. This is a great update. You guys are going to love this one. I have 100% confirmed and locked in that tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 20th, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, right here on DSPGaming, I'll be doing collaborative gameplay with the guys from Kino Casino and Mutahar. We are going to be playing Chained Together. I'll be streaming my perspective. They'll be streaming their own perspectives. So you can join whatever channel you want and watch. You could support whoever you like. You could jump between the channels and watch and support if you like. You could do whatever you want. But we're all going to be doing it live together. And I think it's going to be pretty unique. I have not done anything like that before. I mean, I've been on YouTube 16 years. Can you name once when I did like a big collab like that? Never. So it's definitely going to be interesting. We're just hashing out the final details. Like, we know we have to talk via Discord to get the verbal communication. And I'm going to do that through my gaming PC with the microphone I bought for the PS5. That should all be fine and not have a problem. How do you say his name? Are you making fun of how I say Mutahar? Isn't it Mutahar? How do you pronounce his name? I want to pronounce the guy's name right. I'm going to be pretty, I'm going to look pretty stupid if we're on a stream with him and I'm saying the wrong name. How do you pronounce his name? Is that not how you say his name? I thought that's how you say his name. I'm stupid. I'm an ignorant idiot. I just need to know how to say it. Just say Muta. Just call him Muta. I am right? Oh, everyone's saying I'm pronouncing it fine, so why was someone making fun of me? All right. Mutahar or Muta, for sure. Got it. Okay. The only things we haven't figured out is how the lobby system works. Like, I think what it is you have to use Steam friend codes, right? You have to be friends on Steam, and then when you're in the game, then you can invite people to your game via Steam. I think that's how it works. So if that is indeed how it works, that's how we have to set that up. And I'm waiting to hear actually from Andy today on the tech side of it, because he's going to 100% lock that in, and we're going to get all that ready for tomorrow. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be basically the length of my normal late stream. You know, I'll go live around 6:45, probably jump in the lobby with those guys around 7-ish, and we'll play for 2-3 hours roughly. You know, I'll probably end around 9:45-ish like usual, similar to my appearance on the Kino Casino a couple weeks ago. It's going to be the same kind of a deal, okay? So then my perspective will be on their stream. Their perspective will be on their stream, and hopefully it goes well for everyone. I would hope. People would probably want to jump around a bit, I would think. You know, see each perspective, see how it's different. That'd be kind of neat to jump between different people's streams and see the different perspectives and stuff, so. Or watch it after the fact, because it'll all be available after the fact, too. Okay? So that's tomorrow night, 100% locked in. It's happening. The only reason it won't happen is if there's some kind of weird tech difficulties. And then probably what will happen is we'll call it off, and I'll just show up on their show. I'll have to jump on over on this PC then and show up on their show. If you know, in that regard, and that's fine too. If that happens, that's also okay. But the gameplay sounds like something different, right? Something interesting. So, all right. So that's number 2. And in fact, give me 1 second here, because I just reminded myself of something. I just wanted to charge my headphones in case I do have to go on the show tomorrow. I want to make sure that they have a charge. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys, when I was doing the co-op collab with those guys on the Review Tech documentary, I forgot to charge those headphones, and they were about to die after only 1 hour. I was so lucky I had the cord right here already plugged in, and it barely reached, but it did. So I was able to plug in the headphones and do the whole react, because, man, that would have been disaster if that thing fucking ran out and I have no headphones. Like, how am I going to do this thing, right? Okay. I received a $5 tip. From Piff343, God bless the goal. Can we hit it? Well, with Piff's $5 tip, or I should say $5 tax to the king, that now brings us to $20. Remember, the goal is $50 by noon. We have 11 minutes left. So if you are watching the stream right now and you like the content and you enjoy the king and all the content I've been putting out this week, please contribute to the king's tax. We have 10 minutes left to hit the goal of $50. Okay, let's hit it. Again, keep the momentum going. It's been a great week. I've literally hit my goals every single stream, 6 in a row. This will be number 7. And this is my only stream for today. So let's make it happen, all right? Thank you, guys. Okay. My third announcement for today, and this is a really interesting one. First of all, some people are going to freak out because, ladies and gentlemen, I have something I have announced to you. I spent money last night. The king has actually spent some of the money that he raised here on stream. Okay? Now, this isn't just normal spending. This isn't just me pulling Hogan after Hogan after Hogan in WWE Champions. That, of course, that took place. We already know that's a given, that every single day when I finish my stream, I don't even make it 1 foot out of the office. I've got a pull going. All right? We all know this. This is just common knowledge. But outside of the usual mass addictive Hogan spending, okay, I actually spent more money than that on some improvements. I purchased 2 things for the stream. Thing number 1 is something that we actually just talked about a couple days ago, and I told you I didn't get it because of its relative cost, but now because I've had such a great week of you guys supporting me, I made a purchase. I purchased a set of the white hexagons of soundproofing foam from Elgato. All right? So it's 6 different hexagons. So I'd be able to cover, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I'd be able to do all these behind me here and maybe the one above. I'd be able to cover, like, this whole spot with white. Or we could alternate. We could have it going like white, blue, white, blue. We could mess with the layout a bit. Okay? Now, the white hexagons are going to pick up this light better than the blue. They're really going to pop, especially when I use like the red color and stuff that's not picking up on blue. It's going to pick it up beautifully. So the background's going to improve even more the thing is, it was very expensive. It was $100, $100 to get the white. So FYI, it was really expensive, and I totally wasn't gonna get it. But then you guys supported me so much this week, I said, absolutely, I'll spend it. Okay? So that's number one. Nice background improvement coming even further than what I've already done, and we can figure out what the best configuration is together. Okay? I really think with the white behind my head now, my head's really going to stand out for, you know, screenshots and things like that. It's really going to be nice quality. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, I have purchased an improvement to my LED lighting system. The LED lights that I'm using right now are incredibly basic. In fact, they were donated by viewers about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. Literally all it is a very basic strip of lights that's sitting on the floor, aimed at my wall, and I have different settings. As you know, I can do various different colors. All these different colors I could go through, see? Okay? Or I can do, like I just showed you, this fade of RGB. All right? Which is just fading in and out. So that's red. Now it's going to do green. And then it's going to do blue after. Okay? In a second, I swear. There it is. There's the blue. Or I could do the gradient, which is what I was already doing, okay? So that's the limitations of this LED light system that I have behind me. It's very basic. It's cheap, too. I'm sure it was like $20. You know, it's not an expensive thing. Well, I got a much better one. The Elgato one. Yes, I'm getting all this Elgato branded stuff. Now, the Elgato branded lights literally have a whole app to run them, okay? I think like it syncs with your phone or your PC. I'm not sure. I have to see when it shows up what it has. But these lights, it's a big light strip. The quality of the lights is much better than the ones behind me. And get this, it's programmable to do animation. So you can actually have it so it goes back and forth like you could have it so that it goes in a circle. It goes like this. It does it all. All right? It's really neat. Okay? Now the question is, how do I want to use this new lighting? Because I could easily put it on the floor just like I have this lighting now. And then what would happen is this would look just like it does. You'd see how the light shines from an angle and certain colors pick up well and others don't. Like the red doesn't pick up, but take a look. Now yellow, green picks up really well, right? So that angle works for certain stuff, okay? Now, in regards to these Elgato lights, you can also do something interesting. You can actually do this. You could put them around the edges of the foam. So, for example, like here, and all the way around the edge of this foam, you can attach the lights, okay? So, basically, I have options with this. I want to see how long it is because it wasn't clear how long the light strip was. I'm sure it's going to be at least as long as the one I have now. It was expensive, by the way. The Elgato stuff is definitely overpriced, but it's very stylish. And it also has ease of use. Okay, so that's why I wanted to get it. Like people right now in chat are saying, you overpaid, Elgato's overpriced. You're right. I know it is. But for me, for someone who doesn't want to sit here and do hours and hours of research and say, well, buy this one and then use it with this other app and then configure it to do this and that. I just want it out of the box to work nice. And that's really the idea with the Elgato stuff is that you buy it, you look how good it looks right out of the box. I don't have to do anything fancy. It's just there. It looks great, right? So that's what I'm working on right now. And it's, guess what? So the new white tiles, the new white hexagons are coming on Wednesday. I don't know exactly when, but they're going to be here sometime on Wednesday. And maybe we can spend some time messing around making the background look better. It should be easy because you saw how easy these just pop in and out now. I don't have to do any more screwing or anything. You just put them right up there, okay? But the lighting is showing up today between 2 and 6 p.m. And I'm actually waiting for them to give me a word of when it's like out for delivery and everything. It's not yet, but it is arriving today between 2 and 6 p.m. And so I'm curious how it's going to work. I'm curious. It probably has its, like I said, it has its own app and box and setup thing and everything. So, you know, it's cool. I can't wait to get it. and see what its capabilities are. I get the feeling it's going to be neat. It's going to be going back and forth and all around. But again, I don't know. No, another question is, how do you stick it on the side of the phone? Does it have sticky stuff with it? Is it Velcro? I could see it being Velcro, and then it would attach easily to the side of these tiles, right? But I don't know. I'm not going to know till it shows up what the capabilities are, okay? By the way, guys, we got 3 minutes left to hit our goal of $50 in King's taxes by noon. 3 minutes left. So let's make it happen. Right now, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're having a good time, if you appreciate the fact I'm making improvements, all right, to the stream, please contribute. Let's hit the goal right now. All right? We got 2 minutes left to hit it. Please, if you like the content and you want to keep this momentum going that I've had all week long, keep the party rolling, please support. Let's hit that 50 bucks right now. Okay? Jade says, I'm just asking, when you're done with Honda, can you do Bison? I don't know. I don't know who I want to use after that, Jade. We might just keep going with Honda today, but we might switch. I'm not sure. Horace, what's going on? Horace has hit a super chat. He said, God save the king. Thank you to Horace. I appreciate that, but right now we're trying to hit the king's tax goal, which is tips through PayPal. So if you can contribute right now, if you could tip me right now, that would be great. We only have less than 2 minutes left to hit that goal that we were trying to hit by noon. All right? It's 30 bucks. Let's do it. Let's hit it. Gotta make it happen. Almost only a minute left, so let's do it, all right? Let's get that's right. Let's get it. We can do it. And by the way, 135 likes on the stream with 450 viewers. Let's get that up to 200 likes. If you guys are liking the stream a lot, if you're enjoying your time here today, if you're looking forward to me hitting master with Honda, slapping and slamming the shit out of people, taking the king's taxes from the peasants, then please like the stream. Let's hit 200 likes, okay? What's up, Game Boy? How you doing? That's right. If we do not hit the king's tax of 50 bucks in the next 30 seconds, I will turn the stream off. We're at 141 likes. If you're here on the stream, you're having a good time, hit like. Let's do it. Hit like on the stream right now. 143 and climbing. How could we possibly have 460 viewers? You're telling me out of the 460 viewers, 320 of you are pocket watching haters? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, I don't believe that at all. 149 likes. Let's do it. 153 likes. Let's get it. 200 likes. Let's do it, man. Come on. Come on. All right. And we're climbing. 154. Still climbing. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's noon. And we're still at $20 in the king's tax. Well, I told you guys I was going to turn the stream off. I'm sorry. I guess this is going to be an interesting one. Sad. We couldn't hit it. Got no tips came in. So we're only at 20. We did not hit that goal. Can you believe it? Right? Anyway. By the way, we're at 164 likes. And by the way, obviously, I'm just kidding. This is all just kidding. This is all jokes. I'm not serious. I hope people don't take it that way. It's really not serious. If you do take it that way, I mean, please get a sense of humor. It's a joke. This is not serious. I'm still going to be here. We're still doing a show. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is not, this is just all being stupid, okay? Okay. All right. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? Let's continue. All right. But, and by the way, thanks for the likes. So the likes are going up. We're at 165 likes and climbing. So thank you for that again. If you are legit enjoying the stream, please like the stream. Okay. Continuing on. So I talked about the 3 big things. Thing number 1, Blacksmith Wukong deal. I don't have it yet. If the code comes in late, I'll give it out tomorrow or I'll use it. But I'm going to play Blacksmith Wukong no matter what tomorrow. I'll buy it if I have to buy it. That's number 1. Okay. Number 2. In regards to the Kino Casino guys, yes, we are absolutely doing co-op tomorrow night on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time in Chained Together. Drawn Together was a cartoon on like Cartoon Network like 20 years ago. Chained Together with Mutahar. Okay? That's tomorrow night, the collab. And number 3, I've purchased some improvements to the streams. Improvement number 1, the white foam hexagons, 6 of them are coming. And they're coming on Wednesday, and we can do that setup and figure that out. And number 2, I bought the new LED system from Elgato. We're going to mess with that. It actually comes today, but it's probably not going to come during the first stream. I wish it would, but it probably won't. So we may have some nice improvements tomorrow depending on when it shows up. Okay? Cool. All right. All right, so let's continue. Now, I do have Jasper. Jasper is trying to steal the spotlight. He's trying to steal the spotlight when I'm trying to do a show. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Snarf suggests that we combine all contributions into one total, but there's a problem with that, Snarf. I don't know what the problem is. Currency conversion. Because you can super chat in any amount. You see? So, with tips, I know what you guys are sending because they're all coming through PayPal, and they all come in the same, you know what I'm saying? I see the amounts, all in USD. With super chats, you could be doing anything. So, like, for example, if someone sends me, I don't know, 10 pounds, or 10 euros, or $10, how do I know what the equivalent amount is for that? Right? There's some of these currencies, it's like hundreds. Like, someone will send me 800 of some symbol, I don't even know what it is. So, how am I going to know how much that is to add to a running total? It's, like, impossible. You see? That's why I've always kept away from super chats doing a total like that, because it's not even possible to figure it out. That's why I do latest super chat rather than a total of running super chats, because there's no way to actually tell how much you had in super chats, because they're all different currencies. In fact, what happens is after like a day or two, then YouTube updates your analytics and will actually show you accurately how much you made on a stream. You see? There's no way for me to tell right now. Right now, literally, I couldn't even figure it out. Even though I went to my stats, it's not correct. It's kind of screwed up, you know? Okay. Jasper, what on earth are you doing? He's going crazy here on the mic. Look at this. Jasper, Jade says hi. Okay? Jade says hello. What do you have to say to Jade? What do you have to say to Jade? You want to meow at Jade today? Give him a nice meow? No, he just wants to rub the mic with his face again. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get Jasper Kitty off my lap now. Did you guys hear him purring? Because he is purring. Okay. All right. I believe there's a couple quick news stories I may want to cover today. Hold on a second here. Oh, there's one other thing. There's one other thing I want to bring up before we get to news stories. Okay? A couple suggestions, because there is a few news stories, but a couple suggestions. So, someone had this really good suggestion, and I really was interested in it, and then I was very disappointed when I researched it. Allow me to explain. We've been talking about how now I'm going to be a PC gamer, right? And, I mean, tomorrow's my first experience PC gaming, really, with a new game with Black Myth Wukong. But one of the major games coming up that I'm going to play is Black Ops 6, right? And the beta comes out in like a week and a half, and I'm very excited to try it. But we've been talking about, Phil, if you're going to play FPS games on PC, aren't you going to use keyboard and mouse? And I was like, well, I can't really. I don't really have a setup to do it. Right now, here's my keyboard and mouse, right? But I'm not facing the TV. If I'm over here, I do have a folding table that was really low. It's not really ergonomic, and it's not meant for that, and there's not going to be a lot of room for it. Like, I would have to improve my setup somehow to figure this out, okay? I don't know exactly, how to do it. I would need to maybe buy a table or something. So we were talking about this, and then someone made a good suggestion. They said, what about lap desks? Did you ever look into those? Because they were all the rage just a few years ago. Like, every company was selling them. Even like Corsair, the big computer accessory company, was selling this lap desk. What it is something, it sits on your lap. Like right here, it would sit on my lap. And it would be a keyboard right here and an actual mouse pad thing right here. And you just sit here like this, and you would game like this, right? And I don't know how well it would work. I have no clue. But I think, it could work, and that sounds something interesting to look into. So then I went and I started looking, for this kind of thing. And guess what? They don't exist anymore. It looks like from the years of like 2018 to like 2020, 2021, lap desks had a big popular surge. Like, there were different companies that were selling them and stuff, Corsair and others. And Corsair had a really cool setup. Their gaming keyboard would snap into the desk, so it wouldn't move. Like, it actually had a way to like slide in, snap in, and secure itself, so it wouldn't move at all. And then you could just move the mouse and play on it, and it was perfect. And everyone reviewed the thing and said, "Oh, it was great." For some reason, Corsair retired it, and they don't make it anymore. And it doesn't seem like many or any other companies have picked up the reins. I looked on Amazon. The only lap desks you can really find are from this company called Couchmaster, but the ones they make are as if you're sitting on a couch. So, for example, if I didn't have these arms on the chair and it was just me sitting on a couch, it would actually have artificial arm, like big, like cushion arms that sit on your couch. And then there's a table that goes over it on your lap. And so you have a virtual desk in front of you to game on a couch. But it would only work on a couch. It wouldn't work on this chair because if you put the cushions on the chair arms, the table's going to be up to my nose. You see? So it doesn't work. And I was like, man, what happened to just the lap desks? I can't find them. Now, if anyone has any information on that, maybe you know about them, you know where to get them, or maybe I'm wrong and I'm just not looking in the right place, I would love to hear from you about what would be the optimal situation. But outside of that, it looks like I would have to actually buy like a desk to like put here, so that whenever I'm ready to do PC gaming with mouse and keyboard, I would rotate over and I would move the mic to like here, and then I would have to do it that way, right? But, I mean, optimally, I think if I had like a lap desk, it would be nice. It would have worked. Like, right now, that's exactly what I do with my Street Fighter joystick. It just sits right here on my lap, and I play perfectly on my lap, and it's fine. It's perfect. It's exactly right for Street Fighter. So having a lap desk there and having keyboard and mouse would be perfect. But it doesn't look like they exist anymore. All right. If you guys have any information on that, please share it with me. I'd appreciate it if you could either email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. You can't put links in the chat. We had too many trolls who did malicious links and got people all kinds of fucked up stuff, so I can't have links in the chat. But, you know, I would definitely like advice on this. If anyone has advice, please share, okay? So that's number one. And by the way, a couple tips have come in. Let me shout these tips out, and then I'll get to the rest of the show. I received a $3 tip from Hair of the Dog. Thank you, Hair of the Dog, for a $3 tip. I appreciate that very much. Here's the leaderboard. Try to find it. Now we're up to $23 in tips. Thank you, thank you. And I have received a $2 tip. Here's a tip in a tip. Buy a real L-shaped desk and monitor, then change your entire setup. My setup is based on positioning of the wiring in my room. Allow me to explain. Excuse me. The cable line is coming into the house right there. I was told by the cable guys when I moved in 10 years ago, that right there is where the strongest signal to the house is. That's why my modem is there. Because I need the strongest signal going to the modem for streaming and uploading, okay? If I were to have that modem in another room, they would have to use a signal booster, which would degrade the signal. I know because I used to have a signal booster for the other rooms, and the other rooms had issues. So the modem has to be over there, okay? Also, with the amount of equipment I have in this room, I split the room on the circuit. So one desktop PC, the modem, the two monitors, the printer, the hard drives that I use for you know, the DSP throwback stuff, all that is over here to the left, okay, on one circuit. To the right is my gaming PC, my PS5, my Xbox Series X, my TV, my little router thing there that splits the signal for the internet. That's on a separate circuit. The air conditioner is in the middle, and I can't remember if the air conditioner is on this side or this side, all right? But if I were to put everything on one side, it would trip the circuit breaker. So I can't, as of now, unless I were to like completely from the ground up redesign the room, meaning clean it out, right? Completely clean it out, rewire it, and start from scratch, okay? I can't rearrange the office. I have to be right here because here I can work with the PC over here to stream and capture. I can work with the gaming things to the right. I'm at the perfect spot right now where I am. That's why I originally set the office up like this. I actually didn't want it like this. My original idea was that I was going to have everything over there and I was going to be here looking at it that way. And then when I went to set it up, everything was on the same circuit and it was tripping the circuit breaker. So I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, shit. So I'm kind of limited with my setup, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, most content creators, most full-time streamers just have one desk where they have everything. They have their gaming PC, they have a streaming PC, they have their game consoles, they have their multiple monitors, they have all their shit all there. I can't do that because it was having issues, okay? So, yes, the Couchmaster lapboard is actually what I was looking at, because someone just says, what about the Couchmaster lapboard? I'm looking at that, and it's definitely a possibility, but what's weird about it is I can't figure out information about what's under it. Like, it shows the lapboard itself, it shows that it's a USB hub, so you'll have room to plug in your keyboard, your mouse, and then that one wire would run from that to your PC. So that all works, but I can't figure out, like, what is under it to cushion it on your lap, because if there's no cushion, then it's worthless. I can't just have a hard-ass plastic board on my legs, so what's under that thing, right? With the other one, the Corsair, like, it had all kinds of nice stuff. This one I can't figure out, so I don't want to buy a freaking $100 plus lapboard just to have it be super uncomfortable, you know? Dragon's Advocate says you can keep stuff on different circuits and use longer cables. Yes and no. The longer cable you have, the more problems potential you have for lost signal, degradation of signal, problems with power. I know all about this, okay? Right now, the longest cable that I have running in my office is Ethernet, which is not a big deal. My capture device is between my TV and my PC, so that's actually not a big deal. It actually goes across the whole room, but half of it's HDMI, half of it's USB. Yeah, like, I don't have super long cables running, you see? So, across the armrest would not work. Someone just said, what about putting your lap desk across the armrest? It won't. It's too high. If you put the lap desk here, I'd be like this. Look, here's my arms. The lap desk is here. I'd be like this. Look at my neck. This side would be gaming. I get a cramp immediately. It would not work. It has to be here, naturally on my lap forward here is where it has to be. So I need to have it so it's going to be on my legs and comfortable. That's how it has to be. Okay. All right. Anyway, thank you guys. Let's continue. So lap desk information I'm open to. I'd like to hear. Someone has a suggestion. They said, with the amount of success that I've had recently, I should start setting up new tips goals. For example, if I hit $200 in tips, I should do another reward. If I hit $250, I should do another reward. If I hit $300, I should do another reward. Okay? They're saying, for example, maybe if you hit $200, people pick the color of your background for the rest of the stream, right? Or $250, you add something to the background for the rest of the stream. For Stardew Valley, when I play it, make it so that when people tip a certain amount, they can name the animals in the game or something like that. So that has like a permanent impact on the game. I mean, we did that with Pokemon before. Like, basically, this is what people are saying. They're saying, could you get better goals? Now, here's the thing. Number one, I'm not opposed to it, but we have to find things that are not completely intrusive to the content. It can't be, oh, we hit $250. Now we have to spend an hour doing something special instead of playing the game. You see? If we find something simple or easy, I'm okay with that. All right? The other thing is, we have to be hitting these goals consistently for me to make those changes. Now, we've had 6 straight streams where we have smashed the goals. 6 in a row. Right? Will we hit it today? I don't know. Right now, we're at 25. So maybe we won't today. And I'm only doing one stream today as well. So I don't even have time to make up for it on a late stream. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, if we keep smashing these goals, then I'd be like, yeah, if we're going to do this every day, yeah, let's do it. Because, you know, when the goals were originally set up, they were kind of silly. But then as we started hitting them consistently, I was like, oh, well, let's do different tiers then. Let's do, instead of just doing a $100 goal, which is what it started as, let's do a 50, 100, and 150 goal. So that way you kind of have a standard, good, stretch goal. See? Because that's how you want to set it up. So, yeah, if we are consistently hitting 200, 250, I'll look into it. Maybe we'll do something different, right? But let's make it consistent. Right now, it's been a few days, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to keep going. If we keep it going for, like, the rest of the week, and, like, at the end of the week, like, oh, my God, it's still going. They're like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's think stuff up. Let's brainstorm. Let's figure out new goals or whatever, okay? So let's keep it going. Thank you, guys. Everyone who's here and supporting, thank you. And please consider supporting the stream in some way. All right? Thank you for that. Cincinnati Harry did a super chat. He said the king needs to have his own currency minted. There you go. So it would be like M. Bison's Bisonopolis dollars from the Street Fighter movie, right? There you go. Have my face on it and everything with the crown. That'd be perfect, right? And then Felix the Maid, an 18-month member, says buy a 2x4 plank and put it across as your lap desk. No, that would be stupid. But thank you for the membership. Okay. Let's do a very brief news segment because I have a few quick news stories to cover today. Nothing too lengthy. The game Bully from Rockstar, right? Where you play as the basically the troubled teen who goes to boarding school and then has all kinds of antics ensue, is seemingly coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and it has been rated by the ESRB for those platforms. But the hopes of this thing being like a full-on remaster are incredibly slim. Okay, don't get your hopes up here. Likely what it is similar to what they recently did with Red Dead Redemption, where they re-released it for different platforms, but it was literally the same game with just a few extra frames of animation or whatever. That's probably what it's going to be. I doubt it's going to be anything special or over the top, a re-release, or else they would have said something. They wouldn't have just had this out there and not announced the project, right? So I wouldn't get your hopes up if you're someone who's like, oh, wow, Bully is coming back. Maybe if it sells well, they'll make Bully 2. I wouldn't get too excited. I don't think it sounds like that kind of a project, okay? That's number one. Number two, people have been telling me about this Funko game, Funko Fusion, that apparently it's a Funko Pop game that has all these different IPs and things involved in it. Well, the demo just came out on Steam today, this morning. If anyone's interested in checking it out, figuring out what it is, go for it. It's free. Free demo on Steam. If I didn't have a loaded schedule right now, I probably would check it out today. But as you know, I'm only doing one stream today. Got to get the gameplay going with Street Fighter and get everyone to master and get that going. So I'm not going to be checking that out, but it's up to you if you want to. If you have a computer, check it out on Steam. Okay? And then the last story, I told you I didn't have a lot of stories today. Nintendo is going to be doing a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. No, today. Today. At 3 p.m. Pacific time, there's going to be a tour of the upcoming new Nintendo Museum that is scheduled to open in the fall in Kyoto, Japan. So no one actually knows what this is, because it's like the first announcement Nintendo made of it. And they're going to do a whole Nintendo Direct event to present this new Nintendo Museum, which is kind of an interesting thing. Like for me, as a lifelong gamer, as a fan of Nintendo, I would like to visit the Nintendo Museum. Maybe they'll have a lot of cool exhibits there. Maybe they'll have prototype hardware. Maybe they'll have different game systems, like prototypes you can play on, right? Or other different versions of games that were never released. Or, you know, I mean, there's potential for a lot of stuff that they could have there. I just noticed this was not centered. Right? There's potential for quite a lot of stuff that they could have there that could be pretty interesting, I feel. You know, I've been to cool pop culture museums. There's one right here in Seattle, and they have different you know, cool exhibits about Legos and horror and video games. So I could see a whole Nintendo museum totally working. And then you go get some Nintendo merch while you're there. The kids probably want some stuff you go home with, right? There you go. So that's true. Dragon's Advocate says they could have a whole exhibit of all the lawsuits that they've sent to fans to cease and desist their fan projects with Nintendo IPs involved. They could do that too. The Wall of Shame. Here it is. Right? There you go. But anyway, it's kind of neat. You might want to check that out today at 3 p.m. If you're interested in it, why not, right? Okay, so like I said, not a lot of news today, but I did just want to cover a few brief topics. By the way, we're at 181 likes, only 19 away from 200 likes, which again, that engagement would really help the stream. So if you could, please like the stream. We have over 480 viewers right now, and we're at $25 of the King's Tax. Again, it would be great if by the end of the podcast, if we could hit the $50 in the King's Tax tips. That'd be amazing. Okay, cool. All right. I covered all my topics. I'm excited for this new lighting that's showing up later today, which we're going to see how it compares to this. I think it's going to be cool because actually you can program it, like I said, to do motion. Just like my RGBs on my PC. Essentially, this is the equivalent of that, only it's a light strip that acts like that. So it's going to be really neat to mess with this thing and see what capabilities it has and everything. So that's cool. We got more foam coming this week. We got Black Myth Wukong tomorrow. We got Chain Together co-op tomorrow. It's going to be a great, you know, week coming up. Very exciting. Okay? All right. What would you guys like to talk about today? Tag me in the chat. Whatever you guys want to discuss, we can discuss this morning. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Dwayne says, I like the stream looks now. It's really good. And it's going to get better. I'm telling you, when those white foam panels appear, they're even better for catching the light. Like, white is the ideal color for catching lighting. So it's going to look really good behind me. Am I going to see Alien Romulus? No. I'm not. I haven't been to the movies since pre-COVID. I have no plans to go to the movies. Do I think the new Astro Bot game will be better than Mario Odyssey? No. They already said it's not a super long game. It's a decent length, but not super long game. So it's not going to hold a candle to Odyssey in that regard. I'm not saying it might not have more innovation. Like that Astro Bot demo that came with PS5 was incredibly innovative with the way that it utilized all of the functionality of the PlayStation 5 controller. So I'm very much looking forward to see how, you know, this new game does it again. Future IRL Nintendo Museum stream. Hey, if I ever go to the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto, Japan, maybe I would do it. Why not? Matt says, just want to say I'm digging the 4K. Well, I'm actually not broadcasting in 4K. I'm broadcasting in an upscaled 1080p to 1440p, but it's really 1080p. But the camera I have now is absolutely amazing compared to anything I had before. It is crisp. It is clean. It is 60 frames per second. So that's why you're seeing all these colors pop and everything looking so good. Okay? Why is the white tablecloth so see-through? Because it's not a white tablecloth. It's just felt. It's literal felt. So when I say felted, I'm talking about this. No, it's felt. It's just like arts and crafts felt is all it is. It's not a real tablecloth that I bought for this thing. It's just, you know, that's my setup. Maybe I can improve it, right? Maybe we could do some different things. Maybe I get rid of the white and I get blue or something. I don't know. We'll think about it. You know? Do I like rhythm games? I used to like rhythm games. It's a sad because I used to like games like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. You can't play those on YouTube. You play that shit, you immediately get flagged for the licensed music and get shut down. It's a shame. Like, I actually did a whole marathon of a Guitar Hero game one time, and that whole stream's been removed from YouTube for music. It's really stupid. So, do I have plans for a Halloween-themed stream? Of course I do. Halloween marathon, I do every single year. I'll be doing it again this year. I'll have a costume, everything. The whole 9 yards. BMW did a super chat and says, would you consider entering a Street Fighter tournament? Probably not. I've been there, done that. I mean, I spent the greater part of over 10 years of my life traveling the country to play in a Street Fighter tournaments. I've won major Street Fighter tournaments. I've placed in major Street Fighter tournaments. Do I like Street Fighter? Yes, I do. It's the game that I like to go back to competitively time after time after time. But I don't really have the desire to put in the time, effort, money, and the grind, because that's what it is. It's a big grind to get good enough to go to a tournament and participate in place. So I have a career here at home making content for you guys, being a variety streamer. To be good enough to place or win at a tournament, I would literally have to sacrifice tons of my content to just play Street Fighter like all the time. Like, people say to me right now, Phil, will you ever hit legend level in Street Fighter 6? No. You know how much you have to play to hit legend in Street Fighter 6? You have to be playing it nonstop all week. Like, every day you'd have to play 3-4 hours a day minimum to have a chance to hit legend. It's just not feasible for someone like me who's a variety creator and who doesn't have an audience that's 100% focused on Street Fighter. So the answer is likely I will not be entering any more tournaments. I mean, never say never, but I just don't have the desire to. Okay? When is the next Feasting with the King? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because we don't have any special events planned, right? Like, this month is booked. We got new games, this June the King documentary coming out, co-op events with Kino Casino. We've got all this stuff booked. September is a very heavy month for releases. So I don't know how I would have time for a special event where I would do Feasting with the King. So instead, probably, you know, next major event would be like Halloween. Maybe on Halloween. Okay? We'll see. Any hints for this year's Halloween costume? It's a little early, don't you think, Butters? It's over 2 months away. I think we'll wait till a little closer to Halloween to give hints. Any chance of playing the new Call of Duty with Kino Casino? I don't even know if those guys play. Do they? I don't know if they're interested. You know, I have no clue. I know that Brian had mentioned at one point getting Black Ops 6 and maybe trying some Warzone together. But I don't know. Again, we're taking it case by case, week by week, right? Week 1, appear on Kino Casino, see how it goes. Went really well. Week 2, do a collaborative react. Went really well. Week 3, let's try gameplay. Let's see how this goes. And you go each by each. We're not planning out months and months and months of content on content on content. You see what I'm saying? Eternal Napalm, thank you for 3 years as a member. He says, happy 3 years. Thank you for supporting me, Eternal, and thank you for being a mod as well. I am using the costume from last year as this year's costume, for sure. Canadian Kurt says, get a fat suit and gummy worms and a cucumber and pretend to be review tech. Ugh. I've already told you guys, I'm done with review tech. Like, I know you guys keep, like, razzing them and bringing them up. But for me, I did the react. I said my piece. I crapped on the guy, and I'm done with that. Like, I'm on to the next, man. There's no point in beating the dead horse. The guy hasn't even been back on the internet, right? He still hasn't been back on the internet since the doc came out, and it's been over a week now. So why am I going to keep beating up on that guy, right? There's no point, right? I have his final chip. I took from him the last thing that he had. I don't really see the point of continuously beating on the guy, right? So, no, I'm definitely not going to be review tech for Halloween. Terry Bogard comes out in October. Is that confirmed that it's October? There's a double feature game from Way Forward Games coming out in October. It's a 16-bit Halloween and Evil Dead game, officially licensed Final Fight Double Dragon style games. Oh, interesting. I would check it out. It's Halloween month. Why wouldn't I check that out, right? Or maybe we would do it during the Halloween marathon. That sounds interesting. NB, why on earth would I want anything to do with the Sonichu with all the insanely bad things that have happened to people, right? Hell no. Stay away from that. Who do I still need to get to master? Just Honda, because, you know, I already announced I'm pretty much done with Lily and Zangief. Like, I like them as characters, but I just, first of all, I can't split my time between 6 or more characters. It's too many. It takes too long to get even through playing with each of them. So it's just not worth it. I have to limit the amount of characters I'm using, right? I think Bison, probably the most strongest top tier character I use. Dalzim, maybe the best character that I have. Like, probably I'm the best with him. Blanco, my first competitive character who I did really well with. And then Honda, who's just kind of amidst the pack, but I seem to do really well with him, right? So those 4 seem to cover the basis of the different styles of the game, and I think it's enough. I think those 4 are enough. So once I get Honda to master, I think we're done trying to get people to master at this point, and then just focus on the characters I'm using and get better with them. Try to push them higher up into master. Indiana Jones is reportedly heading to PS5 in 2025. If I get it, what will I play it? PC. Why wouldn't I play it on PC? What a silly question. Fantasy Life is getting delayed indefinitely till maybe next year. What in the holy hell is Fantasy Life? Never heard of it. Thoughts on Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6? She's good. She's got interesting tricks and techniques. She's got a good offensive push with her normals being very strong. She's got a range game with the fireball and then walking after it, which is kind of almost a moving defense. She's strong, I would say. Is she top? Probably not. I don't think that her offensive capabilities are as good as, say, the straight-up rushdown characters like Yuri, Cammy, Luke, DJ. Like, all of them, Ken. Everyone who can constantly rush you in your face and never stop, they're going to be better than Chun-Li. But Chun-Li is still pretty darn strong, I would say. Julio says, if you just played with one character, you'd probably hit 1800 master rank. You're probably right. It's just I alternate, and it just, you know, and now I switch platforms, then I alternate, then I switch platforms again. It's like, I have to start from scratch so many times, you know? All right. 12:30, so we still got about another maybe roughly 15 minutes of the podcast, everyone. So again, thank you all. We are currently at 192 likes. Guys, 8 more likes to hit 200 likes and get that engagement going for the stream. Let's hit that. 8 more. It's free. It's easy to do. Please click like if you enjoy the stream. And We're at 25 bucks in the King's tax as a tips. If we get 25 more by the end of the stream, or the end of the podcast, I should say, in the next 15, 20 minutes, that would be amazing. My goal is 50 for the day. But as you know, I've been exceeding my goals every single day this week. It would be great if we could do that. Plus, today's only one stream. So we only have really one stream to do it. It'd be great if we could do that. Thank you, guys. System Shock will return. What's going to happen is for a bit, I'm going to be focusing on Black Myth Wukong. But System Shock absolutely will return. And I will be balancing it with Black Myth after a bit. So Black Myth Wukong will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I'll probably bring back System Shock on like Saturday. Okay? And then we'll alternate probably between Black Myth Wukong and System Shock for a bit. And then at the end of the month, it's going to be Star Wars Outlaws and also the Black Ops beta. So it's going to be challenging to balance all this stuff, but I'm going to do it. My shirt matches the background. Indeed, it does. It matches the tiles right now. A fire alarm stream would be Kino in 2024. I don't have that giant fire alarm anymore. I know what you're referencing. You're referencing the Final Fantasy 13 unboxing where I literally don't unbox the game because the alarm's so annoying. I can't focus. I've told that story before. So what happened was I got home with this Final Fantasy 13 game. I can't remember which one it was, right? And I needed to do release day unboxing and I needed to start recording. But the fucking fire alarm went off, I'm not kidding, an hour straight. And the fire department never showed up, and no one came to turn the alarm off. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit here with do nothing all day? Because no one is being responsible in this condo facility and turning off the fire alarm or notifying the, you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking stupid. So I said, well, I can't really play the game, but at least maybe I can do the unboxing video. But I underestimated how insanely distracting that fucking fire alarm was. So I really tried to tough through the unboxing, and I got completely distracted during the unboxing, and I never even unboxed the game. That is definitely one of the most epic things I've ever done that people remember. I did a full unboxing that was like 25 minutes long, and I never unboxed the game. And the alarm still didn't go off. It remained going for a while. So I had to wait a long ass time before I could play the game that day. It was super annoying. Good evening, good afternoon, Iron Man. How you doing, man? All right, I received a $5 tip. Well, this is someone else making fun of Duty. As I've said, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be saying those things, especially because a lot of these things I can't even say on YouTube. But I appreciate this person tipping $5, and they said, all hail the king. Thank you for that. I apologize. I can't read those messages. I can't. Like, you can't say that shit on YouTube, man. You just can't. But thank you for the $5 tip. Okay. Some people just really want to stick it to Duty. I know it sounds disgusting because it is, but some people really want to stick it to him, and I'm like, I can't say that. I literally cannot read that. I'll get in trouble. No, I'm never going back to MK1 ever again. The game is terrible. I'm not wasting time or money on it. Will I be bothered by lower quality graphics when I go back to console? I don't think so. First of all, I'll only be going back to console for PS5, and on PS5, I can play everything at highest settings because of my capture device, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. You know, I'm still, like, for example, Black Myth Wukong, I'm still going to be playing that at 1080 to try to get, you know, no input delay at all, and, you know, best frames and everything. I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference, honestly. You know, some games look nice, like System Shock looks great in 4K, right? And I'm really enjoying playing it in 4K, but I'm not one of these graphics snobs either. You know, I'm here for the game. Okay. No, I'm not getting slot machines for my background. Let's not get silly now. What's up, Squish? How are you? I mean, that's fair enough. Canadian Kurt says, time for people to stop watching those channels. If you want to watch anything related to DSP, watch DSP. I make clips now. I make highlights and clips of my content, which is the same shit that those idiots used to clip anyway, right? So, for example, over the last 48 hours, here's the clips that I put out on this channel. Are you ready? DSP and Mutahar apologize and are cool. Content incoming. And it's true. It's a story of how we apologize to each other, and we're going to make content. The king felts the hate army detractors, and it's me going off on the detractors. DSP teams up with Kino Casino for a collab this Tuesday. And there you go. That was the announcement from a couple days ago. DSP's nightly thoughts on Detractor memes. When yesterday, at the end of my show, we were talking about how people were saying, what do you think about the banana song in Nintendo 64 or Donkey Kong 64? What do you think about Doody with his stupid meme where he says, I need that money, I really do, right? And I addressed that. And then a fan actually made a time-lapse video of me putting up my new soundproofing foam. It's only 3 minutes long, and it shows me building and the whole thing. And I had, so those, just think about that. And like, that's 2.5 days of highlights right there. That's what you want to see, right? So there's your highlights. If you don't want to watch all the raw content, you don't have to. Just watch the highlight videos. And I'm going to continue to do that. By the way, I'm doing the highlight videos on DSP Reacts as well. Right now, in the last couple of days, just so you guys know, after I did my React show yesterday, DSP versus the Internet, so far I've released 2 different highlight videos. The first is me watching the Street Fighter cartoon, which is absolutely hilariously cracked and stupid and broken and just over the top zany. And I watched it. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. Maybe we should do like a full react later on. So there's that. And that's like a 3-4, actually it's like an 8-minute clip. And then today I literally just did a clip of a hilarious news story that we reacted to where the news continuously insulted a woman who's been long dead. Basically, in a nutshell, they named a ginormous piece of equipment after her. And it's like, so you're insulting her weight. She's dead and you're saying that she's fat. And they keep doing it over and over on the news story. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So that's 2 clips that I just did over on DSP Reacts that you can watch and enjoy. So you see what I mean? I'm now putting out the clips content that people have asked for so long. You don't have to watch Detractor content anymore. Because everyone always said, oh, I always watch the Detractors because then they would clip all your stuff and it makes it easier to watch. You don't have to do that anymore. I'm doing it. Right? There's no excuse anymore. So you can laugh with me or you can watch some piece of waste of life, piece of shit, lie about me constantly. You're going to get the same highlights. One's going to be in a positive light where everyone's enjoying, commenting, liking, having a good positive time. Or you could go sit in a toilet with someone surrounded by fucking feces. So, which is it going to be? There you go. All right. We have shout-outs to do. I received a $10.48 tip. Continue your great job, Phil. You are getting better at Street Fighter 6. Indeed. The more I play, the better I'm. Like, my Honda right now is the best it's ever been. I'm actually getting crazy good combos. My technique is getting better. My execution is getting better. For sure. My Honda is the best it's ever been right now. And I appreciate you saying so and noticing that. You know, with the effort that I put into this game over the last year. Keep in mind, guys, I was out of competitive fighting games for almost 10 years. I basically stopped caring about competitive fighting games when Street Fighter V came out because it was so bad. I was like, fuck this. So I only casually covered fighting games from like, what was that, 2015, 2016 until last year. And then I came out of retirement essentially to learn this game and get good at it. And now, I mean, I'm back, right? There you go. I received a $4.20 tip from Lowly Servant, my tribute to the king. I hope that this toll is an acceptable amount. Well, thank you. $4.20 is an acceptable amount because when you tip $4.20, we get a very special animation, which I really like. So thank you guys for your support so far, and thank you for the $4.20 tip. I appreciate that very, very much. All right. We're at $44 tips, guys. I received a $5 tip from, here we go again, from Duty's size 56 pants. Can you say this one? Laughing out loud. Love you, Phil. So glad I came back to the right side. Thank you very much. In truth, I know nothing about Duty. I've never seen him before. I guess you're saying he's fat? I don't even know that. What is it with all these people who make fun of people on the internet constantly being grossly fat? What is up with that, right? I mean, Rich, of all people, Rich from UTech USA making fun of other people in their appearance. Seriously? He's commented on my hairline. My hair. Rich, have you looked in the mirror? You're fucking bald, you idiot. You comment on my hair? I have hair. It's nice hair, too. Look, it's floofy. It's nice. It's luxurious hair. I have it. You don't. That's what I mean. These people don't look in the mirror. They live in some fucking weird, isolated, insulated fantasy world. Rich lived in his world of 1 million subs kissing his ass constantly, and now that whole world is broken down around him, you know? I received a $1 tip. Have you ever mentioned the recent passing of YouTube Susan? Do you remember when you made a rant on Twitch about how to improve YouTube, hoping she would watch? Do you think YouTube was better when she was in charge? I heard of her passing. I have nothing to say or add about it. As you know, a lot of people never liked her because of the way that she ran YouTube. I personally had issue with some of the things she did when she ran YouTube. That has absolutely nothing to do with the woman's passing. So since I had nothing to add, I didn't say anything. Same now. I really have nothing to say. If there's nothing to add to a conversation, you don't. She hasn't been in charge of YouTube for a bit. I think it was a year or two. She retired anyway. There's really nothing to say there. I don't know why people thought because she passed away, it was time to start talking up about YouTube issues and shit. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, so it's Gunnar Glass's time. Indeed, before the podcast ended, we did hit the $50 King's Tax Tips goal. Thank you for that. The coffers are filling. Now, hopefully, we can hit the $100 goal relatively soon, and hopefully by the end of this 3 hours of Street Fighter coming up, we can hit the top goal, because this is my only stream I'm doing today, and man, it would be great to keep that momentum going, right? We've got 6 straight streams I've hit it. It'd be great to make this number 7, okay? Cool. Thank you to Shiloh for an $8 super chat. I appreciate that. I'll get you on the leaderboard in a sec here. Thank you, Shiloh. And by the way, we hit 200. We're at 211 likes and still climbing. Thank you guys for the engagement. I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people don't take it seriously. Engagement on YouTube is very important. Liking content that you actually are enjoying is huge. Leaving comments on content you're enjoying is huge. I lost all of that. In the last decade, I lost likes, I lost comments, and that's why my channel was buried at the bottom of the YouTube totem pole. No one could find me in search. No one would get me as related videos. But as this engagement is now turning around, this channel will begin to show up in related videos again. All right? This channel will begin to get recommended again. So tomorrow, when I'm playing Black Myth Wukong, if we can get an insane amount of likes and comments on those videos and streams, that would help this channel an insane amount. It would really help. So let's see how it goes tomorrow with a big game like Black Myth Wukong, okay? I received a $5 tip from Darren. Good job in Street Fighter 6. I just myself learned how to drive rush combo a lot easier. I never knew you have to tap forwards once and parry for the second drive rush. I was pressing it twice each time. Now it's so much easier. I never knew you have to tap forward once and parry for the second drive rush? What do you mean by the second drive rush? No, you know what was really hard? I understand what you're saying. You're saying when you cancel out of a move, you don't even have to press forward. If you hit someone with a move and you just press the parry buttons, the 2 mediums, you'll drive it. You don't even have to hold forward. It does it by itself. Yeah, and that was something they added. That was after like a month or 2 of the game being out. They added that as a quality of life change. Originally, you had to double tap every time you wanted to do a drive cancel or drive rush, but then they changed it and made it easier when you're in the middle of a combo, which is great because you want to be buffering other moves and shit. You don't want to have to be double tapping, then immediately doing another move input and stuff. So that's a positive change they did for sure. But yeah, they changed that a while ago, and I'm happy they did. Definitely a big quality of life improvement. Thank you very much, Darren, for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. Okay. Did I like X-Men versus Street Fighter? I played it this past weekend. Wolverine is fun, but Bison was bad, says Stewart. Yes, X-Men versus Street Fighter is an outstanding game. It is broken, but it is equal opportunity broken, meaning every character is broken. Every character has like a move, like a throw, and after the throw, you can immediately juggle into an inescapable combo that could lead into a mix-up or an infinite combo, and now you have to lose that character. It's crazy broken. Storm alone in that game is like one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in a fighting game. She could fly away the whole round and never come down. She just eternally kills the clock. It's like, what? Why did they make her like that? But that's the whole game is like that, you know? Eternal Napalm says, did I ever consider doing a pet charity marathon where like half proceeds go to help an animal shelter? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know the answer to that, Eternal Napalm, but I think with the audience I have now, with more people on the stream and a lot of you newcomers, I should reiterate the answer. I wanted to do charity, and so many people became haters of mine that basically they made it not viable to even do it. Like there was in 2015, okay? This is only about a year after I lived out here. I was planning on doing a big charity summer stream where it was going to be me and it was going to be other people, all right, who I was kind of friendly with on the YouTube community, who were going to show up, and we were going to do this crossover charity event. And I had three different, well, two individual streamers and one group of streamers who were all interested in being part of this big charity event. All right. And you want to know what happened? I got swatted that year. As I'm in the midst of planning this big event, I got swatted. And at the same time, a lot of other people were getting swatted too. It was a really messed up time, honestly. This was before people had gotten hurt during the swattings. So at this point, it was a new thing, and people were thinking, oh, it's a joke. It's not a fucking joke. So when all that was happening, I got swatted. I got DDoSed constantly. And then on top of all of that, that was when I got hit with the false copyright strikes on this channel that hurt this channel. Until 2015, this channel, DSPGaming, always showed up really high up in search algorithm for gaming. Whenever a new game came out, my channel would come up as a recommended channel to check out, to watch a hot new release. I got hit with so many false copyright strikes, and I had to remove so many videos from my channel that my channel stopped being recommended in search. I want you to think about that. Like, it just straight up stopped being recommended in search, 100%. And people couldn't find my channel anymore. And it was messed up because I didn't change anything. I had to do that in order to keep my channel alive, or else it was going to get shut down. Hold on one second, because for some reason, my effect just conked out and froze. Maybe if I close the RGB program and open it again, it completely died on me. This has happened a few times before, where my RGB program, I guess, malfunctions. Okay, so now if I run it again, okay, now it's working again. So I can go back to it. Okay. See if this is working. Now it's working again. Yeah, this happens. I think with the single RGB program I'm using, sometimes it has an error, and then whatever you're doing for RGB like glitches, and then it freezes on you. Anyway, so in 2015, all these bad things were happening to me at once, all while I was planning to do a charity event. And ever since then, the hate on me just got worse and worse. And I was like, dude, I know what's going to happen if I do a charity event. For example, whatever charity I decide that I want to donate to, my detractors are going to contact them, and they're going to hit them with a montage of things that I've done wrong over the years. Here's this awful racist joke Phil made in 2009. Here's a Nazi joke that he made in 2010. He used to call himself the king of hate because he's a racist, and this is the person you want to be raising money for your charity. And what would happen is the charity would probably say, oh, no, you can't do the event. We don't want you involvement with you. Shit like that, right? Because that's how they are. That's how these fucking insane detractors are. So as much as I wanted to do that kind of stuff, I've completely stayed away from it. I don't want some charity to be dragged through the mud and be trolled as a result of me trying to raise money for it. You understand? So I have practiced private charity, meaning anything that I've done to give to charity has been behind the scenes. I do it privately. No one knows of it. I don't benefit from it. It's just all behind the scenes stuff, and it's for me and my family to know and nobody else. Okay? Now, if we continue down the path of people like me, people like my content, the redemption arc continues, I'm doing collab crossovers, everyone's enjoying the stuff, and people now would actually see me in that positive light, then maybe it would be possible for me to do a charity event, right? Which I've wanted to do since 2015. It's been a 9-year wait. So let's see. Can we keep the momentum going? Can people continue to see me in this positive light? And if they do, then yes, it's a possibility that in the future, I can maybe do charity stuff. For now, I would say let's not jump the gun. I've only had like 2 weeks of success, if that. Let's relax. Let's let things pan out. Let's see how this next week goes. Let's see what happens after my June the King documentary is out. Because once again, as I've told you guys, yeah, I'm nervous that this is all fleeting. And people are going to watch that June the King documentary and they're going to turn on me and hate me now for shit that I've done in the past that I've apologized for and said I won't do anymore. Who knows, right? So let's see how it goes. And we'll go from there. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because that's what I'm afraid of. That we all get ahead of ourselves. And then, you know what I mean? Then it all falls apart. Let's not do that. Let's be more conservative. Okay? I certainly would love to do a charity event. With the support I'm getting, I feel like you guys would support a charity event. Would you not? And then we could all work towards a good cause. Helping a good cause. Right? Sure. Okay. Shout out to Senor Old, who did a super chat, and he's talking about Susan. I don't care. I don't care about things about Susan. I already said I don't want to talk about it. I appreciate the super chat, but I'm not going to, speak ill of the dead. And then Strife for Life did a super chat. I said, keep up the good work, DSP. Thank you, Strife for Life, for the super chat. Okay. Garce says the June doc is going to blow you up. Here's the thing. I feel the June doc is going to give me unprecedented amounts of attention for a limited time. The question is, will that be beneficial or will it not? Right? That's the big question. Other people have done documentaries on me, and literally it's been negative every single time. Really, it's been I've never once benefited from any of these documentaries at all. So I'm very apprehensive about it doing anything positive for me. As you know, I'm going to do a react to it. So I'll be giving my own perspective and everything on it. I will. And, we'll see how it goes. And we'll go from there. I'd prefer to be very conservative about it rather than go crazy. Okay? All right. Darn. No update on my lighting yet. It is out for delivery. But it doesn't say when it's arriving, but it just says it's out for delivery on a truck. I can track the truck, but it's not near me yet. So I'll have to track it later. I'm interested in this new LED lighting and what it looks like and how it's very different from my own right now, . 672, thanks for the membership, but I'm certainly not going to read what you just said. And then Nate C, 4 months as a member, says Free Young Thug and Larry Hoover. Great. Okay, good afternoon, Maximum Turbo. How are you? Eternal Napalm says, I'd love to see you do a collab with Strange Rebel Gaming. It's Aerith's voice actress. As a big Final Fantasy fan, it would be cool. Why on earth would I do a collab with Aerith's voice actress? I didn't even finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. Or Rebirth, excuse me. People found the game so boring, they urged me to stop playing it, so I did. So why would I want to do a collab with her? Right? Oh my goodness. Anyway. How is the ghost today? Pink. Pinky. The ghost is well lit today. All right. NB says, people will come from the documentary to see an invigorated, positive person having a good time with his viewers. They'll recognize you've grown and changed. I hope so, but you never know. You never know, because here's the deal. You guys now, everyone on my stream right now, you've seen me from a certain perspective, correct? You've seen me from the perspective of, first of all, my own content, but also interacting with the guys from Kino Casino. You've seen me give real takes that you enjoy. You've seen that I'm a normal guy and you enjoy my company, correct? That's why you're here. That's why you're liking the content, right? A lot of the people who will see June the King's documentary on me will not have that context whatsoever. It will just be negative, 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 because 90% of what's in those documentaries is negative. That's not a bash on June the King. That's just the game, right? That's the game. People want to see the negative. If it was a documentary covering all of my accomplishments, people would be bored as shit. They want to see the failures. They want to see the mistakes. They want to see the fuck-ups and the flaws, right? So when you come out of a 4+ hour documentary, out of which likely 85 to 90% was negative, right? I could definitely see it not working out in my favor. But I guess we'll see what happens, okay? By the way, if this is correct, my LED lights is only 2 stops away. However, the guy isn't very close to me yet, but he says only 2 stops away. Those LED lights may be here sooner rather than later. They might show up during the stream, so maybe I can get Honda the Master, and then we can pop out the lights, and we can mess with them and see what they can do. Anyway, all right. I think it is time to end the show. It is time to get ready for Street Fighter and get Honda the Master. All right, so thank you all. I hope that you guys are here to enjoy. I am. I'm ready. I'm ready for this master level and to get it going. All right, guys? So thank you very, very much. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Tomorrow, oh, by the way, Habib Gaming, thank you for gifting 1 membership. I really appreciate that. All right, so tomorrow, we'll talk all about how the Street Fighter went, if the LEDs arrived, any final updates before Black Myth Wukong and the Chain Together stream, and we'll go from there. So thank you all. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.